Hang in there, buddy. You doing okay? Here's our pre-tournament check-in.
Episode 4. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
By the time we're done with this, we'll have done 6 or 7 podcasts, maybe.
At the end of the day,
yeah.
you're saying? Yeah, shooting
Yeah.
for 6-ish, 7-ish.
I'm gonna need a nap. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of brain.
Yeah.
It's a lot of brain. And we also just ate. I feel like after this, so episode 5 of the retreat, we're gonna catch our second wind.
Okay.
I think it's gonna last that episode. 6 will be weird, and 7 will be well. If we do 7, I think we're doing 6. 6 might be a struggle.
6 is where we're planning. Yeah.
6, I might have an afternoon cup of coffee, which I rarely do.
Yeah, that'd be too much. I think
it's a lot. It's a lot. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
We'd love if you shouted out our podcast blank, and then they go on to explain the podcast.
Okay, tournament time. What do we do here on tournament style? Well, I'll tell you what we do here.
I didn't know Macintosh was an Apple until last week's episode.
Shut up.
All right, fine. It's called tournament style. Are you happy? The podcast it's a 2-man comedic show where we host a tournament every week and figure out the best thing in any given category.
All fantasy everything meets the Goat Show, aka the perfect podcast.
Written by Guillermo and Austin, 2 listeners from, you'll never guess,
Buffalo.
Austin, if you can.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm glad you played it in its entirety. It deserved it. Wow.
Hold on, there's 4 more minutes. I accidentally made it quiet.
I'd listen. That'd be fine.
No, you go.
Hello and welcome to Tournament Style. The tournament today is our 4th and final episode of Conspiracy Corner theme month in October.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh, what the hell? Okay, take that again.
No, why?
Just edit this so it makes sense. Oh, we forgot to edit the clip to make the whistles go. Oh, wait for it. Oh, that was close. That was believable. It sounds good in the recording.
As the future goat of classical music, I feel like your pitch was off.
This is a bad bit. This is a
but like I could do it.
Yeah, no, it's
thank
just
you.
Sorry, this is a frustrating bit. This is what I meant.
Tournament style, last Conspiracy Corner episode. I am your host, Austin. Joined as always by my co-host, Guillermo.
I already blanked out for this one and wasn't sure if you had said that or not yet.
No.
Yeah. You're right. I tried to interrupt you, but because we're in person, you were able to avoid that.
I try to avoid it every time too.
Right, but then I interrupted with the X-Files theme song. Now we're here, and I'm Guillermo, and this is episode 4 of Hey man, and this is my brain's starting to go. Okay, so this is episode 4. This is the post-lunch episode. Just everybody needs to know that right off the bat. Okay?
Can you explain like on 5 what a dorsal fin is?
How
it works?
I'm gonna try that one without Googling it first, but I believe the dorsal fin's the top one, right? On the head. Is it not it?
It is.
It is? Okay.
Funny the way you're...
Yeah, and it helps the fish sort of like navigate through the waters and like turn better and stuff.
How?
So if you're thinking about like the physics of water, right? It's kind of
you lost me.
Wait for it. Oh, yeah, shit. Okay. Okay, go like this. Make a little dorsal fin on your head, and now move your head around. You feel like that helps?
No.
No. Well, you're 5, so you think yes. And that's how a dorsal fin works.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's again start with the more complex explanation. I think it has to do with straight on, there's no resistance in the water, right? Because it's a dorsal fin. It's one to, you know, 2-dimensional, 1-dimensional, whatever. Like it's going straight through the water, right? Because it's facing. If it's the profile of the dorsal fin. Listen, stay with me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god!
I'm so sorry. Go.
What
Can you
is
take that
no,
again?
no, it's totally fine.
Ooh.
I'm also looking. Let me make sure our levels are okay. Because where's the one where I'm recording this episode? Wow, no. Oh, it's this. Hello. It says okay. Okay, yeah. The dorsal fin, obviously, it's kind of like if it's facing forward, then it's as flat as it can be to its the opposing resistance, right?
Flat in terms of
Exactly what you're doing with your hand,
right, but this could also mean flat.
So not that way though. So I'm trying to figure out how, like, it's providing as little
perpendicular
resistance
to the water.
It's perpendicular to the plane
to the fish.
of the fish. Yeah, sure, right. But when the fish turns with like its body, it's now going to be providing resistance, pushing the fish into the direction it's trying to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why bullshitted that? So I'm glad that you.
Do you want me to Google
No,
dorsal fin?
I'll Google it, and
Okay.
you kind of give me your explanation. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just is it? Can they move it, or is it non-movable?
No, but they change the orientation of it with their body. So the fin doesn't move, but the body moves.
The fin can't move.
I don't think so. No. It's like a sail, right? It's you're moving the. Well, I guess the sail you move in a way.
Sails you can move.
Yeah, bad example, but like it's a sail that you can't move. And
okay,
what happens
yeah,
is
sure.
instead the boat moves.
I got it.
Like say the boat's in 3 parts. The boat moves.
That's different. That's way different.
All right.
Sails catch wind.
Well, the dorsal fin catches the water when it is angled.
Water's not angled, man.
What do you mean? Water works the same way wind does.
What?
Well,
explain that sentence.
Except in the way that, like you're moving through something.
Sorry.
The same way you're moving through air. It's just the water.
I just mean the sail is a bad example because sail is using the wind as energy. Basically, it's getting it and using that to
sure,
move it.
Correct. This is
Which
more
is not what the fin does with water.
Actually, I'm stealing this from Google, but this is more catching the drag of the water, right? It's more of like I don't have a better example.
If a
than
shark
a dorsal
didn't
fin.
have you and your examples. If a shark didn't have this dorsal fin,
is this specific to sharks? I thought
no,
all fish. Okay.
No.
Uh-huh.
I'm giving you an example now, or a real world sort of thing. If a shark didn't have a dorsal fin,
yeah,
would it still be as quick and agile?
I think that it would not be as quick, because it wouldn't be able to propel in one direction as easily.
With its tail.
Imagine, yeah. So the tail's pushing it from the back. What's keeping the shark straight, right? Like, because the resistance hits the shark at the head, and the dorsal fin is trying to help keep the elongate.
Where is the dorsal fin's on its head, or
I think all the ones that are on the top here. Let me look. All the ones that are on the top, are considered dorsal fins. Dorsal fin spine, second dorsal fin. Everything that's on the top is a dorsal fin. It can be in the front one. It can be the back one. First dorsal, second dorsal, third. So come look at I'm going to put this on the TV for you. Look at this picture of this fish. See how it's got 1, 2, 3 dorsal fins, front, middle, back. I think that's just helping the fish stay straight since it's being propelled by the back.
The bottom ones are called anal fins.
You're right. Actually, it's French. It's anal fin. It's anal fin.
It means like anal, like the end, like when a book says fin at the end.
Oh, anal. Yeah, it's the But you see what I mean? If it didn't have all these little flag-like structures. No, you're fine.
If none of that was there and it was just the fish, you think it'd be a bad swimmer?
It would be a slower swimmer, yeah. It would be not as well directioned also. Let's look up fish without sea creature without dorsal fin. Let's see what doesn't have a dorsal fin. Oh, do dolphins not have dorsal fins? Except
No, they do.
the finless porpoise. Let's look that up.
Dolphins, they get confused with sharks.
But there's a such thing. Oh, there's a porpoise. Look at these guys.
Let me look at them.
Right?
That looks like the beluga.
It kind of does look like a beluga. But actually, I think it does have one back there. I don't know. I guess my point was I imagine those are not as fast.
Functions, you ready?
Yeah.
The main purpose of the dorsal fin is to stabilize the animal against rolling and to assist in sudden turns.
Oh, so it keeps it level,
right up,
all straight up. Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense too, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I
Yeah.
mean,
Imagine you're swimming through the water, spiraling everywhere. That's gonna mess up your swimming.
That'd be weird.
Imagine a
That'd be
boat.
funny.
It's just like
So start with the boat. So a shark without a dorsal fin would be like twisting the whole time.
It'd be less stable. Yeah, it probably would have some other adaptation to try to keep itself straight up. Which kind of leads me to the question: why do fish swim level? How that's not advantageous.
Just for like orientation purposes, I imagine.
Why?
So
imagine
you know
a school of
are.
fish. They're all the same. They're all level, right? Bellies facing down.
Yeah.
Why is that necessary? Like, say in the depths of the ocean where there's no up or down. It's all just.
I think you still would feel the up down, like
you
the
think
gravity.
So?
Yeah.
That's where I'm doubtful, because if there's enough pressure, water pressure, how are you going to feel gravity?
I think you'd feel it.
I don't think so.
I think you'd feel the difference. I feel like
at some point, if your density
like a fish was
matches,
swimming upside down in the water, you would think like you're saying like, why don't we see that more often?
Yeah.
Like just it's swimming whatever way it wants to, left side.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to be the orientation and how it feels to be upside down in water.
It does, but how, say the top part of the ocean and the bottom are so far apart that you can't see them or sense them, why does that make a difference to what direction you swim?
It probably just the eyes, like where your eyes are. I think it just feels better.
They're just looking ahead. No, it probably does make everything feel better, but why? You know what I mean?
But your eyes would be close.
What are they looking at? You're looking at an endless void. Okay.
So there's no ground either?
You can't see the ground. Yeah. You're just in one of those crazy billion mile long, or not billion, but like huge amount of feet surface. You're in an endless void of water.
Man, I wish we had a scientist to answer this question, because it's a good question.
That's where our surprised guest comes in. No,
there's the door behind you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. waiting. I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Imagine you're a tiny fish and you're right smack in the middle of a really deep ocean.
I mean, I don't know, but there's definitely
it's
reason.
An interesting question, because they definitely do swim right side. Like they definitely swim level.
Yeah.
And I'd never thought of that before. Why?
I'm sure it's not feels weird to be upside
It's not like
down.
they have to land like a plane. They're not landing on the ground.
All the blood rushes to their head.
If there's enough pressure in the water, if you're the same density as water, gravity's not affecting you. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like the Dead Sea. There's so much salt in it that you just float in it because you're. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe blood does still get affected by gravity.
Yeah, I don't know.
This would be a really good episode to have a scientist.
I mean, this is easy, right? I can Google this.
No, well,
I bet I can. Google
give it a shot. Do you? Yeah. I don't know what to vamp about while you.
What is this episode about?
Oh, okay. So that's what I was going to say then. How do eels have dorsal fins? That's what I'm going to go. Eels. Sorry, I'm holding my coffee with one, or my. It's not coffee. It's water. Dorsal fin.
Many fish are top heavy and have an organ in the lower parts of their body that fill with air.
Oh.
That's why when they die,
right,
they float upside down.
But why?
What do you mean why?
Well, that's what keeps them upright, but why?
Because that's upright.
Or that's not the function, it just happens to fill up with air.
Yeah, It is likely that for most fish, switching simply isn't worth it. Being upright is hardwired. May not like being upside down.
Does this have something to do with like
They're-
another
They're
predatorial?
used to it and it works.
That's
no, I
it?
think it's just like that's like right side up is their correct one, so they wouldn't be upside down.
They just have. That's just. Their
Like I think
or-
if
the
you taught
orientation.
fish to like swim upside down and like it was advantageous in any way, I think they would.
That's so interesting.
I
to
think
me.
they just don't want to.
Like imagine you jump in a pool. You have to close your eyes.
Your example. Go ahead. I'm in a pool. I jumped
mean-
in. Not only did I get in, I jumped in.
You
this
jumped
example,
in,
Yeah.
eyes closed.
I'll have to
It's
be.
a deep pool.
I have
Let's say it's
contacts.
like a 20-foot pool.
That's too big. For
Are
me.
you
I
going to be able
wouldn't
to
jump in.
orient yourself? I guess you are going to float up a little bit.
Me as a human,
You
yeah.
as a human, you're going
Yeah.
to float up. If you get deep enough, you won't float up though. You
If
know
I'm
that's a
at-
thing.
If I'm at 20, you said 20 feet pool.
Yeah, it's like a 20-foot pool.
I don't think I don't float regularly. I think I'd
Oh, you sink?
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
a sinker?
I would find my way out. Yeah. What do you mean?
With your eyes closed?
I jump into a pool, eyes closed.
Yeah. I know this is a scary thought, but like,
Well, I think because of my leg would still be facing down. Like if I jumped in and then you spun me around.
that's what I'm saying. Something happens to disorient you.
Yeah, if I didn't have my eyes or other senses, yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily be able to swim to the top.
No,
That's what I'm wondering about fish.
fish have eyes.
I know, but if you're deep enough, you're not really seeing. What about at night? Do they just get all fucked up? They just like start to swim crooked. And
I think the fish that
flip-flops?
live down there probably have a system going on. You know what I mean?
the ocean is a very thought provoking
I don't think so.
ecosystem. No, it is.
I
I get
guess.
there's also these creatures that are surviving under those crazy amounts of water pressure that we don't know how they do that.
Yeah, right.
Which
but
is crazy.
and not that they know how they do that, but they can do that, and that's
Well,
fine.
you're saying not that the fish know how they do that?
I'm not like necessarily like super interested in knowing how they do that because they do
Oh,
it.
I
Like it's
am.
not
It's
that
thought provoking.
it's not that special to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to tie this in with snake detection theory.
No, that one is proven theory.
We know what the function of the dorsal fin is.
You don't.
The dorsal fin? No, you just told me. It has to do with the orientation. I don't know why they need to be oriented, is what I'm saying. Like, where in the evolutionary process was the fish like the one oriented survives
Yeah,
and
but
reproduces?
you don't need to be oriented. Like you can walk on your hands to work and shit, but that's not.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to.
But
What's the evolutionary?
because we evolved this way because gravity has more of an effect here where there's no water.
But even
I
if
think.
like they couldn't be upside down every time, because we can't be upside down forever. We can be upside down for a little bit.
But we
You're saying
could have
why don't
evolved
they?
differently, right? Is what I'm saying to you.
No, but
Like maybe the fish would have evolved to be able to be upside down, and it wouldn't have not affect them.
yeah, but
Like,
it
why
could-
did they evolve to have dorsal fins and not be able to?
You keep saying evolve, which I don't think you know exactly. Like you
What
keep
do you
thinking like
mean?
everything is evolution, which is not.
Most things are.
Most things are evolution.
Yeah, we came from a single cell organism. Like the majority of characteristics and traits any living thing on the planet has came from evolution.
Sure, but that doesn't mean everything that
You're
like,
saying some things are
for-
random,
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying like
like the gallbladder. Like, why is it there?
that's not what I'm saying.
We'll keep.
I'm saying we
spit
don't
it
walk
out.
upright because of evolution.
I think we do.
I wouldn't say that.
Most animals walk upright because that's
Sorry, I
as
worded
the-
that wrong. We do walk upright because of evolution.
okay.
I meant we don't not walk on our hands because of evolution.
That's what I'm saying about the dorsal fin.
That's what I'm saying. That
It
we
just
don't-
happened that way.
What? What are you saying?
No, you don't get what I'm saying. Like you're saying, like
You're saying
we
okay.
don't not walk on our hands because of evolution. So fish don't not are able to. Stay with me. Stay with me.
I hate you so much.
Oh
I
man,
hate you
we
so
really
much.
should. This needs to be like,
do you eat pizza on Fridays
What the
because of
fuck are you
evolution?
No,
Like,
of
no,
course
right?
not.
But you're saying everything is fucking evolution. It's not.
no, but this is a very different category. That's a
It feels like
behavioral.
you're saying everything is evolution.
No, but
You're
that's,
saying fish don't swim upside down because of evolution.
I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying what's a different word besides evolution? What was the catalyst throughout the development
I hate you
of
so
sea
much.
creatures that made them want to or have to
Everything
be
is upright. Everything is upright. I think that's
because
where
of
you're
gravity,
mistaken.
though.
You think everything is upright because of gravity?
Yeah.
What do you
What's the other
mean?
reason things are upright? Austin, if something's not upright, then gravity's telling us.
But you're saying
something's wrong.
I don't walk on my hands because of gravity. That I'm not doing a handstand to work every day because of gravity. That's what you're saying to me.
If we want to postulate that at some point in the evolutionary process, I'm just going to say it, we were walking on our hands. I think the rest of our body would have
Right, but we
changed
don't.
to.
And it's not because of evolution. We have feet.
You're
and,
saying
that's
it
how
just
they're
happened
used.
that way, like that it's the feet that's just because
I'm saying that you're right. If we had 4 feet, if these were feet, we'd probably walk on all 4s.
Yeah,
but they're not.
Yeah, right.
Right. So these.
And you're saying it doesn't have to do with gravity. I mean, sorry, with evolution. You're saying
it
it's
doesn't have
just
to do with gravity.
Right, or evolution. Because you said we don't
I don't
walk
think of
on our
it,
hands because of evolution.
I'm not thinking of it as everything that we evolved into doesn't mean that there are things that we could have and didn't, or so to speak, like that. Like,
right, gravity didn't eliminate every other possibility. It's just this has just happened to be the tract that we went on. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was saying. It just ended up that way.
But you're asking why fish like.
Well, it sounds like it just ended up that way.
Because everything is upright, man. What do you mean?
I need a scientist to explain this to me. Because in the water, I don't think there's an upright in the water. If there's that much water pressure and you don't have,
there is
in maybe certain if it's shallow enough or if you have an orientation. But if you're in an endless void of water, where's your orientation coming from?
But there is a bottom of the earth and a top of
And you're saying fish can just innately sense that maybe
evolution.
It probably is that.
Yeah.
What about microorganism and cells? Do they stay upright?
No, I don't think there is
not cells, but
they don't have a face.
Single cellular organisms. So the face is the thing making us
the brain
be upright. The brain, the face,
probably, yeah.
It has to stay kind of stable. This is so interesting.
It's really not.
It's also interesting because there is a lot of electricity in the brain. I wonder if the electromagnetic field of the earth.
Dude, you think in the water the electric brain stuff zaps them and electrocutes them? That's how you sound. That's how you sound.
No, there's people out there that understand what I'm talking about.
You asking why fish don't swim upside down?
I am asking that. Or some fish, the ones that live deep enough, is I guess I'm saying. Which I think is a fair question.
What's an unfair question? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something that I should know, right? I'd be that's an answer. It's no, that's not a fair question. You should know or something.
Yeah,
it's fair that I don't know it is what I'm saying, or that I don't have a good answer, or that I'm not satisfied with.
I don't think it's fair that you're unsatisfied with it.
I think it is.
I think you could just Google
I'm just a little curious-brained boy.
Yeah, man. It's all evolution, right? According to you.
I feel talk for 20 minutes. I'm going to Google this.
20 minutes?
All right. Well.
Yeah, I think if you look at every animal,
every
living animal.
On the land and or sea?
Yep.
Okay.
They got, most have brains. He's Googling.
Yeah, finish your thought first.
Most of those brained animals.
This is amazing.
What?
You were correct.
What?
The leading explanation is that fish began life right side up, evolutionarily speaking, and so most never had a reason to change. That's the whole answer.
That's so obvious.
That's the most unsatisfying answer
That's so obvious.
Just between us, yeah, they never bothered, says Milton Love, a semi-retired marine zoologist at the University of California.
That's what I'm saying.
Santa
If you
Barbara.
taught them to do it, I bet they could.
Yeah, no, I guess that's just, it's funny to me that that's the answer. Just because they started off that way, and
again,
and
you
they've
don't
never,
walk on your hands. Like,
they've
have
never
you
been
tried it?
prompted to change it.
Have you tried handstanding to work?
No, but I yeah, it's what you said. It's you're correct. Your answer is correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As according, and this is also, let me
To
say
Doctor
again,
who?
this is the leading explanation
By doctors?
by, it doesn't say Dr. Milton Love. It just says Milton Love.
PhD.
Helps fish control their buoyancy and remain at particular depth without having to waste energy or swimming. That's another theory. Yeah, I don't know.
You're so unsatisfied.
This is the leading theory.
You're
this
like
doesn't
done
say
with the
we
episode.
definitely know this.
You're done with the episode.
I'm gonna
Become
up with
a
my own
marine
theory.
biologist?
No, I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, you go be a marine biologist. I'll be
The best classical musician in the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of those seems more believable, and it's not
It's
the
crazy
one you
that
think.
it's the one. It's crazy which one it is.
Oh man. Okay, good stuff.
Man,
That was a lot of fun.
that
Who
was
would've
so
thought
long.
Dorsal been? Oh, can we summarize that for a 5-year-old as is the prompt?
Yeah,
of
go
the-
fuck yourself, 5-year-old. That's,
Jesus made the fish upright.
it's their hair and hairs on their head, and it looks nice.
What are you talking about?
Their dorsal fin.
Oh, that's not hair. Oh, right.
To a
It's
5-year-old.
explaining it to the 5-year-old. Yeah, I think the answer here is, well, I don't know.
I think the answer is that you're perpetually 5. And
Sure,
the
I
simple,
have the curiosity
the
and
simple
the,
answer does
and
not
the
satisfy
wonderment
you.
of a child. Sure, I'll take that.
That's not what I said.
Oh man, good stuff. It's crazy because we haven't even really gone through like a lot of the convo topics that I prepared for us whenever we would eventually run out of things to talk about, and the fact that we've spent 30 minutes on dorsal fins is absolutely insane.
I wonder, I hope people feel what I felt, that they knew the answer right away.
That's a
and
bad
you couldn't
answer.
and
And
you
it's also, if it's a leading theory, it's not really an answer. It's the leading theory.
Yeah, but isn't that like everything?
So it was the answer to my question, but not necessarily the answer to the
So you okay.
I'm saying there might still be another answer.
But isn't there like a lot of things just technically theories?
Yeah, I guess. Well, evolution is technically a
That's
theory.
exactly
Yeah,
right.
no,
yeah.
that's fair. All right, well, it's fine. Dorsal fin. And fish being
You should buy a fish
what do you mean? And teach it?
and just keep twisting it upright.
That seems like animal cruelty. This is what I would do. I would buy a fish that was shaped maybe more like elongated wise, like one of those, like a flounder. And then I would build a little
You buy a
mechanism.
flounder.
Listen, man. I would build.
Do you know how big flounders
Okay,
are?
no, something like a flounder. I said something that was just
The
like
ones
had
that
this
have
particular
eyes on each side. Or no, they got 2 eyes on one side, right?
Yes, I think that is it.
Ugh, gross.
Wait, I think flounders swim sideways.
Yeah, that would make, because their eyes are up.
Yeah, so that
Right,
kind of
because the
displaces
flounder.
so
No, because
it
the
learned-
flounder that's how they're made.
I don't know.
To the flounder, that is right side up.
I see.
Right.
Got it. So this is really a matter of
Relativity.
perspective and
Yeah.
relativity. What I was gonna say was I would take a uniquely shaped fish. I would build a mechanism in which to place its food that the fish could only enter being sideways.
Oh, okay, sideways.
And
I was gonna
so
say
to
that
get
doesn't-
its food, it would have to.
that sounds like
turn.
way more animal cruelty than what I suggested.
It's a fish. There's billions of them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Do you know what I learned?
What's that?
How many worms do you think there are
Oh, gross.
in the world per one person?
Per person,
Yeah.
person to worm ratio. I'd say 1 to, like, I don't know, 1 million. Is it that?
You ready for it?
Oh shit! Go ahead.
57 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of weird.
That's insane.
There's billions of worm per. There's 8 billion humans on
That's
the Earth.
right.
Damn. How much space per square foot? What's the ratio of size? I guess we're not billions of times bigger than them, huh? So that means that
guess not.
they could really overpower us. Well, yeah. I mean, think about it.
Well, no, I can think about it. And
Well,
the
there.
answer's no.
I almost had him. I almost convinced him that the worms could take over, but he thought for a second. I'm saying
Yeah,
that
that's a
if you
weird
piled
fact. I
up all
hate
the
that
humans
fact.
and piled up all the worms, the worm pile would be a lot bigger. Possibly billions of times bigger.
Yeah, right. There's more worm. Right, which is what I
Wait a
said.
minute. How are they fitting on the Earth?
I have no
Where
idea.
are
We
they?
need to get rid of the worms.
I'm pro.
You
get
have
rid
to
of the worms.
fight 57 billion worms
What?
to get rid of your share of worms.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
What's the ecosystem would be destroying by getting rid of the worms? Like, what do you think?
That's what I was thinking.
they-
That's what I first thought
Do
of
they help
too,
with the
actually.
nutrients in the Earth? Maybe.
I have zero idea, but that is what I first thought of.
And
as
how do
well.
they
Like,
reproduce?
I don't know that answer either.
Yeah, no.
Evolution, maybe.
That's not the answer to how they reproduce.
I feel like that's the answer to a lot of your
Yeah.
questions. If you shoveled just worms, how long do you think it would take you to shovel and move
Hundreds and thousands of
57
years.
billion worms?
Yeah. Again, the concept of the number of billion is just lost on just saying it out loud, right?
Right.
I mean, it would take
A long ass
millions
time.
of years, I think.
So how many worms do you think you could shovel in a day then?
In a day?
Yeah.
Into the maybe like into the 20,000-30,000s, right?
You think you could shovel 30,000 worms a day?
If there's just a pile in front of me, like I don't have to find them, right? This is just physically 3, 4, 5. How many seconds are there in a day?
But there's like a lot of worms on your shovel.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, I'm not thinking one worm per shot. I'm the
It'll
least
take you
efficient.
that many years.
Oh wait.
If you did 30,000 a day,
30,000 a day.
that would take you to 57. Oh, I did 57 million.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Billion.
So it's actually 190,000 years.
190,000. Yeah.
That's crazy. So hundreds of thousands of years. Folks, if you see a worm, step on them. We're just gonna have to do this a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Should we go into our segment before we go into our tournament?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is the first time we've done this segment. Do you want to, or I can explain it?
Yeah, you should explain it.
All right. Well, I'm just pulling up. I went to AssociatedPress.com under the oddities section, and so Austin and I are going to we're gonna both look at a headline, and then I think we just like buzzer in, right? Let's just raise your hand. The first one to come up with a funny punchline. So this is gonna kind of be based on like what's the Saturday
Weekend
night?
update.
It's kind of weekend update where one of us is the one that comes up with a good
Do you want to be
punchline.
Michael Che or Colin Jost?
I guess I'll be Colin Jost.
Lucky. He's married to Scarlett Johansson.
You gave me the option.
I thought you picked Michael Che.
Thought about it. Whoever comes up with the punchline first is just going to get to read the article and give their punchline. You ready?
Yep.
I didn't prepare these. I think we just go down the list.
Yeah, we can be funny on the
All
spot.
right, here's the first one. All right. Theft of 2 million dimes from truckload of coins from U.S. Mint leaves 4 facing federal charges. That's a lot of hot women, they said.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Next one right here.
A $1.4 million speeding ticket surprised a Georgia man before officials clarified the situation. I have nothing.
Oh, you only read it when you get something.
Oh, okay, got it.
And we could say a 1.4 million speeding ticket surprised a Georgia man before officials clarified the situation. That's only about 70% of the normal price of a speeding ticket. in Texas.
My first thought was going something with Florida Man because it has Georgia Man there.
Right.
So switching
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to Florida Man, like this is nothing to a or something like that. Yeah. Like,
No, I think that's a good one.
yeah, something.
Nothing
along those
compared to a
lines.
fine in Florida.
Yeah.
That'd be-
Yeah.
Hey man, no wrong answers with improv. All right, next one.
Prosecutors say a reckless driving suspect bit an NYPD officer's fingertip off. God, I'm so bad at these.
Yeah, prosecutors say a reckless driving suspect bit an NYPD officer's fingertip off. Officials say that's not the first time the officer gave just the tip.
That's
Yeah?
good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, next one. I don't know what that last word means.
The lamb?
Yeah, what's that mean?
It means like you're on the run.
Oh, I didn't know that was.
You never heard that?
No.
Mm.
This one's not gonna. It might sound kind of mean if we need to clip this out. Indianapolis police capture a cheeky monkey that escaped and went on the lam. Authorities are still in pursuit of Timothy Chalamet or something.
Okay.
Next one. I'm gonna keep going until you get one.
I can't. So I feel so on the spot.
It does, but I'm just, even if it's not good, I'm saying it. So like, Vikings had windows, another shift away from their image as barbaric Norsemen, Danish museum says. Further research shows that their women also had the right to vote.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know. The barbaric thing kind of pushed me in that direction, right? Order a bagel and schmear at Fetz Bagels, and you'll be fed an original piece of art. And if you order a chai latte, they'll give you an NFT.
Oh, that's really good.
I'll give you one more chance.
Okay. Yeah. See, that one's hard because I read that story. And
Oh,
I'm just
really?
thinking about the fact that she's dead now.
Oh no, that's so sad. Do you want to skip that one?
Yeah, we can skip that one. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Oh, this one's great. Let's do this one.
Alaska's popular Fat Bear Week could be postponed if the government shuts down. In other news, Guillermo has 2 weeks free.
Hey! Oh, I love it. Mine was going to be something more along the line of Alaska's popular Fat Bear Week could be postponed if the government shuts down. So it's definitely going to be postponed.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right. Well, that's oddities.
Damn, I need to get over my fear of sounding dumb with that one, which
there's
is crazy because I'm on a podcast. I just spent 30 minutes talking about Dorsal.
Oh, for sure. You just got to tap into that.
When it's like be funny now, I'm like, oh my God.
And that's my thing with that. A good tip I learned about improv is that you're not trying to be funny. You're just trying to say the first thing that comes to your head, which is difficult.
God, yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's definitely accessing that part of the brain on the spot is tricky. But all right, we'll bring that one back next time in a couple of other.
I feel like I'd be better at that one if I planned ahead.
We can also do that, yeah,
because they do that on SNL.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they actually write out the punchline. No, my ambitions weren't that it was.
What if the next one I write the punchlines for you and you?
I think that'd be really fun. Yeah. I think that'd be perfect. Yeah, we can do that for sure. Okay, cool. But I love a little. I think this would be one I want to bring up even as a mini segment.
For sure, yeah,
because it's just having content talking about like current news could be good.
Yeah, it's good. It was a good one.
Yeah, this one. Okay.
Okay, let's get into the tournament. It's best fake conspiracy theories.
Yes, and reminding everybody that we are on our 4th episode in the span of one day. So I just had Chat GPT generate 8 conspiracy theories for us. I did not double check these. So we're just rolling with it. I might read them from ChatGPT because it numbered them better.
Okay.
And when I copied them over, it didn't keep the numbers. So I'll read this one, and yeah, you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's get
I
into the
feel
tournament.
like we were forgetting something. All right. All right. These are made up conspiracy theories. None of these are real, which I guess doesn't really separate them that much from normal conspiracy theories.
Yeah, good point.
But Chat GPT spit these out at us. So in the first matchup, the secret society of left-handed penguins. The theory is that left-handed penguins are secretly controlling world governments and corporations. Their flipper dexterity gives them an advantage in manipulating technology and politics. This is also an interesting way to pick ChatGPT's brain of how it perceives humans' conspiracy theories.
Honestly, this kind of reminds me of what a conspiracy theory sounds like.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
No, this is a great way to put the rest of the month in perspective for
Right.
everybody.
I do like that. That's reason that it gives a reasoning,
Mhm.
and this one is that their flipper dexterity
Yeah, I
gives them
know.
an advantage. Like,
That's-
that's pretty interesting. Yeah.
No, shout out to ChatGPT for pulling that one out. That's going up against the Reptilian Cat Illuminati. The theory is that cats are not what they seem. They're actually shape-shifting reptilian aliens who control humans through their adorable antics and purring.
This one also seems like people could believe it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of people who like think cats are sort of like up to no good at all times. You know what I
No,
mean?
for sure.
Yeah.
And that they're like, that they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Worshipped by the Egyptians.
That's true.
I really like this one a lot. And this is also kind of like you said about how these are so ridiculous. That's what I was talking about earlier. Maybe it was in a different episode about how it's just the perfect place to hide real things because it's just gets lost in the ridiculousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, I'm leaning towards Reptilian Cat Illuminati.
I am too. I kind of like that one.
Cool. That's a good one. The next matchup, the moon is made of Swiss cheese. This theory is that the moon is not made of rocks, but is in fact a giant piece of Swiss cheese. This theory posits that NASA faked the moon landing to hide the truth. So using a little bit of real conspiracy theory there.
Yeah, so it gives more motive to faking the moon
because
landing.
it's made of cheese. Because you couldn't land a spaceship on a
Which
object
again,
made of cheese.
this one is also like, I don't understand why they wouldn't just tell us it's cheese. Like, what would be the big deal? Right? Like, it's already a floating rock in space that like we have, and
I guess maybe there'd be wide panic that it's gonna go. Well, I guess it'd be frozen up there, huh?
it's also like it's been there. Like, nothing is like, if you tell me it's cheese now,
Yeah.
nothing will have changed anything in the past.
How interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the sun is a flaming fucking hot ass ball of fire.
helium,
It's
yeah.
like, okay.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Why wouldn't they just tell us it's cheese?
Yeah.
So also, the fact that it's Swiss cheese means that the Switzerland put it up there.
I didn't think
came
about
from-
that. Okay, that makes way more sense.
It came from that's the conspiracy is that Switzerland
It's
launched this
Swiss
giant pile of
cheese.
cheese,
Okay.
or that
That
Switzerland
gets their
came from the moon.
cheese. Yeah.
Or that,
something,
yeah, exactly. It's their name and their cheese from the moon.
Whoa. I like that one now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Number 4 is time-traveling hipsters. The theory is that hipsters are time travelers who visit different eras to be ironically ahead of their time. They manipulate fashion, music, and trends throughout history.
That's similar to another one that we were talking
Yeah, it's
about.
the celebrity time traveler. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This one's fun. It's not as fun as the cheese one for
It
me.
isn't.
For
I
now.
agree.
Yeah. I mean, we can speed right through it if we want to give it to
I mean,
the
that one
cheese.
seems easily agreeable. That
it's a fun thing, but I think this was one of the lazier ones ChatGPT spit out. All right, going on to number 5 and 6, or however I'm putting it together. The global flat Earth pancake conspiracy. Obviously, pulling from a lot of conspiracies, right? The theory is that the world is not a sphere but a giant pancake. Governments are hiding this fact to maintain control over the pancake syrup industry. Good job, ChatGPT. This is great. I feel like it's making fun of us, in this thing. That's going against the alien llama abduction syndrome. Llamas are being abducted by aliens who seek to harness their extraordinary spitting abilities for unknown extraterrestrial purposes.
I'm telling you, all of these sound like what actual people believe.
No, you're right. It's changing them slightly, but they're just as ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, why are aliens probing people? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah. What are they trying to access?
Are you okay? Mary F. Kill pancakes, waffles, French toast.
Oh, my love for French toast is growing significantly. I think pancakes have historically been my go-to. There's also so much you can do with a pancake. Banana pancakes.
So what are you gonna do?
Chocolate chip. I say, oh right. So I'm gonna marry pancakes, fuck French toast, and I'll kill waffles.
I'm the opposite of waffles and pancakes with you, and
okay.
And that's the same. Yeah, fucking French toast.
Yeah,
yeah.
Waffles are great, but if you want to make an extraordinary waffle, you really got to get outside the box. I think it's a little plainer than I don't know, pancake sometimes to me. You can shape them in fun ways though, depending on your waffle maker. Actually, yeah, you only get one shape per waffle maker, but still.
True. Okay, global flat Earth pancake conspiracy theory or the alien llama abduction? I'm leaning the alien llamas.
Have you ever gotten a little bit close to believing flat Earth theory, like just a tiny bit?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's go with the.
I guess I'll ask you the same question.
Nah. Yeah.
What's the?
No, that's no. Have you seen the video where they're trying to prove the Earth
disprove
disprove it, and they have like the laser, and it works perfectly, and they're like, oh shit, that's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Imagine you can be smart enough to organize an experiment like that and still believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought of that.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty legit.
Oh, I just mean I never thought about like how smart and dumb these people are. Like I only thought they were dumb.
No, for
sure. You're right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but you can.
You just have to have some. You just have to have a lot of distrust, I think,
or a lot of indoctrination. I mean, there's a lot of really.
But I feel like that leads to.
No, I think smart people can be indoctrinated as just as easily as not as easily, but with the relative success, not having to do with their intelligence. I think it just has to do
when it comes to science, though. Like, I think certain things, like government things, make more sense to be indoctrinated for. But when it comes to straight up science, it feels.
Here's something that's happening a lot. So I listen to this health podcast. This is something that happens a lot in the health industry. People nitpicking research studies to support their narrative. So
right, but is that indoctrination to you, or is that...
It's indoctrination because they're taking clips of things that, like, this is a real study. A real site, Harvard did this. This is taking that and shaping their doctrine in order to get you to buy into, like, oh, they have so much evidence and science behind this. Like, that must really be... If that's just the one that you happen to buy into, you're convincing yourself constantly that it's true, and you're being indoctrinated. And that can happen if you're smart or if you're dumb. Like, or not to call people dumb, but that I think that can happen either way. It just depends. Like, obviously, if you're mega skeptical, now you're going to get into the where you don't believe anything. You know what I mean? Like, now you're going to be so skeptical. Like,
I would love to talk to a person who believes a certain conspiracy theory, but none of the other ones, and have one person of that in each one.
Yeah.
And pick their brain of why they don't believe these and why, you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be interesting.
No, and I think all of them would have a bunch of data that they believe in, a bunch of reasoning that they've thought about specific to their belief. I think that's what happens with religion, with politics,
but
with conspiracy theories, because we're programming our own brains with what we consume. And that's what happens. I mean, I don't think there's anyone in the world impervious to programming your brain. You're just training yourself. It's thoughts and behaviors. The only way to escape it is to not believe anything, and that's the truth.
To not believe anything. I don't think
I'm
that's
saying
the
the
truth.
only way to escape that
But doesn't that
risk,
become like
its own problem. Yeah,
your own belief though? If you don't believe
in a way
anything?
that becomes your belief system. Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly right.
And that is kind of indoctrinating.
Mic drop episode 4. Like, no, I that's how I think of the role. That's why whenever now I'm thinking about something, I think like, okay, this other person has just done the same thing I have with my beliefs, but with their beliefs. Like they've reasoned through them. They've they've taken certain paths. Some things are a little far fetched towards like, oh, bro, you must have taken a bad path, but it's still there. That's their journey. You know, that's their life. That's their perspective. It's hard.
But
It's a
I'm
tough,
saying, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how they got on that
it's
journey.
just a different. It's a whole different thing. You know, I don't know.
Like to me, that makes a lot of sense when it comes to like certain things that aren't science related,
I
and
think-
that's where I'm different.
I think there's a spectrum of things for sure.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, as humans with the limitations of human behavior and perception, like we're not machines. There's
Yeah.
just always the risk.
I
Right?
mean, I know like it also. I guess the way that I would finally like. I mean, I do agree with you. I think everything you said makes a ton of sense. But I think like when it comes to the science thing, I think like how we thought certain things and believed it as fact, like we thought things revolved around the earth instead,
Yeah.
and that was just taught as fact.
Right. Yeah.
So they probably are just like, it's science that you have not like realized
That's
yet,
the
sort of
that's
thing.
that's the reasoning. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't know yet.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
gotten there yet. I mean, you can tell yourself that about it, anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
For sure. We yeah. I don't know. It's all perspective.
Fish are gonna swim upside down soon. Once we get that science done.
I mean, apparently there's no reason why they can't. You know, right? Like that's
It's not no reason, man.
no. There's no reason why they can't. It's just they ended up that way.
No, like,
But you can train them, and there's no reason why they would resist.
you keep saying the no reason thing. There's no reason why they are upside down in terms of like like it's the same thing with the double negatives. Like
Yeah.
it's not that there's no reason, it's that there isn't a reason. It's I don't know.
No. What I'm saying is there's no reason I can't train a fish to swim sideways. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that's what. There's no
Yeah.
like it's not going to work. Like I can't train you to walk sideways. There's reasons for.
No, I think you could.
Well,
I think you could train a baby to do things.
hand, foot.
Yeah.
Weird. I guess that's fair. Anyway,
It's pouring rain outside.
it is.
Is that what it is? I don't know. It's not. Is that not? Can
Oh,
you
it
not
is.
hear
That's
that?
because I can't hear it through the headphones.
Got it.
I wanted to see it. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, well, enough of all that. Where are we in the tournament now?
Llamas are. I'm gonna go with the llamas abduction theory syndrome. I could actually see
mine too.
that being a thing, like aliens abducting a certain species, like not humans,
Yeah.
to learn more about that species. Like I don't know why it would be. I mean, I guess because we're smart, but like I don't see why if they did abduct humans, why they would
Why they
only
wouldn't abduct other
abduct.
animals.
Yeah.
I see that as both believable and humbling. Number 7 and number 8. 7 is the secret society of the inanimate objects. I love this. Everyday objects like chairs, spoons, and light bulbs have a secret
terrifying.
have a secret society plotting to overthrow humanity. They've been subtly influencing our lives for centuries, i.e., the little toaster who could rule us all.
Yeah, that's scary.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. If
Thoughts
they
on this
put
one?
AI into everything, like they make your couches a technology, and like your couch
Yeah.
like now learns from you, whatever, or like like how we have Roombas and stuff like that. I could see that happening,
Yeah.
but that would have to be with some sort of computer programming, not
Yeah.
just like
In a way, is it
inanimate objects.
still an inanimate object? Is the question. I don't have the answer to that. And the very last ChatGPT generated conspiracy, the International Order of Feline Internet Censors Cats control the internet and are part of an international organization responsible for deleting embarrassing human photos and videos online. Interesting take on this one.
Yeah, why would they do that?
I don't know. This is a. It's also funny that this is like a cat, another cat one. So I'm starting to kind of get a weird perception of ChatGPT.
Cats are popular on the internet.
That's what I'm saying. And ChatGPT, I knew that, I guess, and so it gave us a lot of cat content.
Yeah.
That thinks that's what we want, and
yeah.
it would be right. It would be correct.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the inanimate objects.
Yeah, me too. That's a good one. I love the what was that movie? Not the Toy Soldiers one. What was that called? The one where the action figures came to life.
Oh, that's a weird one. I don't like that one.
It is a weird one. Yeah. No, I think a lot.
I thought you were gonna say Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster is good too. I'm just saying those movies can.
Toy Story.
Yeah. Toy Story is one, but there's another one. What was it called?
Yeah, Toy Soldiers or something like that.
Something
It's
like
like it's weird. Isn't there like a weird creature in that?
Yes. There's a lot of weird stuff in that one.
Yeah, that one's weird. We really needed this rain.
Oh,
I'm glad it's happening.
I'm gonna truck straight on to the second round. So I guess in the semis we have the Secret Society of the Left-Handed Penguins versus the Moon is made of.
No, we did the other one, didn't we? Not the penguins.
We did the Cat Illuminati.
Yeah, we did cat.
Oh, okay, my bad. So the Reptilian Cat Illuminati versus the Moon is made of Swiss cheese. That's my bad.
I like both of these. Do you lean away?
I like the Moon more.
Moon one? Okay.
Yeah, the moon better. And then we have the Llama Abduction Syndrome, Alien Llama Abduction Syndrome versus the Secret Society of Inanimate Objects.
Also tough.
Yeah.
The more believable one is the llamas.
It is more believable. I think the funner one for me is the inanimate. The funner one that it generated was the inanimate object one for me, but definitely more believable, I would say.
Yeah, we can do the inanimate objects.
Okay.
Because I think if you talk about the finals.
The what?
Do you want to introduce the finals?
Oh, yeah. So I lost it already. The Moon is made of Swiss cheese versus inanimate objects.
Yeah, I think the Moon made of Swiss cheese wins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's what I was getting at. Either way, whoever won the last one.
I see.
Okay. I like the idea that maybe like a piece of it came off and invented Switzerland.
Just landed and became Switzerland.
Yeah.
I do like that it's Swiss cheese. I think that's one of my favorite parts of it now. The conversation of why wouldn't the government just tell us was also a good one.
Yeah.
What a month.
Wow.
It has been.
We did it.
This is crazy.
What the fuck was that?
Wait, what? Oh, I think it was my chair. This?
It came from over there.
Oh, well, I can go. I'll go check it out.
Well,
sure, it's
we
fine.
just talked about conspiracy theories for 5 hours.
There's nothing out
You had
there,
something
man.
here to spook me?
What did it sound like? There's nothing
like something
here to
moved
spook
in
you.
your bowl.
Oh, maybe the bowl's in the sink.
No. In this bowl.
In there?
What is that bowl with pencils sticking out of it?
That's like a plant.
It sounded like metal hit metal. You know what I mean? Like
it could be anything over there.
But why would anything move?
I moved it recently, so maybe it was just kind of sitting there and fell over.
It was spooky.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear it because of the headphones.
Give them a plug, shout outs.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Great Gia, Guille, and follow us on TikTok. Thanks for listening to Conspiracy Corner October. We're still in our retreat month, so next episode will be recorded on the same day as this, but we will not be in a theme month. Is that enough explanation for that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, back to you.
You can find more from me at Austin A. Garza on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you so much for listening through this whole retreat Conspiracy Corner theme month. It's been a ton of fun. We're glad that you listen, and you can rate, review, and subscribe if you feel like it. And if you really feel like it, you can tell a friend. We really appreciate it. We'll be back next week with a no longer conspiracy theme month episode of Tournament Style. Bye.